Hey, what's going on, everybody? Awesome17 here, and I'm going to be bringing you another discussion video about Naruto Shippuden, and I'm going to be talking about what is the best arc in Naruto Shippuden, or in my opinion, anyway. Now, this discussion is going many ways, because people have a lot of different opinions of what they consider their favorite arc. Now, Naruto Shippuden has a lot of arcs. You got the Kage rescue arc, you got the Sasuke and Sai arc, Hidan and Kakuzu arc, Itachi pursuit arc, the Invasion of Pain arc, and also Five Kage Summon arc. You can find the Jujutsu King arc and the arc that we're currently in, which is the Shinobi War World arc. And this is like Naruto Shippuden, like they have great arcs, you know. So I'm gonna bring you my discussion on what it is, because we're gonna get a lot of different opinions. Some people gonna say it's the Five Kage Summon arc, some people gonna say the Invasion of Pain arc, some people gonna say the Hidan and Kakuzu arc. So let's get this video started. Let me tell you what I think is the best. Now let's start off with the Hidan and Kakuzu arc. Now this arc was a very great arc, you know. Like when I was watching it, I thought I was watching Naruto Part 1, you know, because it was a very good arc. I mean, it had a lot of action, you know. It had that Naruto Part 1 feel to it, you know, like how you get that feeling how you watching Naruto Part 1. It had that kind of feel to it. It had like all this action, like they would fight, then they would retreat, then they would come back ready for more action. A lot of character development between Asuma, Shikamaru, Ino, Choji, and even Naruto getting their Rasen Shuriken. Another thing I love about this arc, like this arc, it didn't show the main character like Naruto, like he wasn't the main focus in his arc, but he still had some part of the focus in his arc, like Shikamaru. He had the main focus, and the rest of his team, they was the main focus in his arc. But like, cause they was fighting two of the Katsuki members, Hidan and Kakuzu. But also, they still show Naruto learning the Rasen Shuriken, and Naruto still coming to defeat Kakuzu with his Rasen Shuriken, which is pretty awesome. That's what I liked about it, you know. It felt like Part 1. I felt like I was watching Part 1 again, and this showed potential that Shippuden could reach part 1 of Naruto levels. It was very good. I really enjoyed this arc, and I say this is one of the best arcs. I'm not saying it's the best one, I'm saying one of the best arcs so far that we've seen in Naruto, you know, because like a lot of character development, like with Shikamaru, him going to his like emotional phase, Asuma died, trying to take down Hidan, and all this character development and good action, and I really love how they made this arc. So now let's talk about Invasion of Pain arc. Now, the Invasion of Pain arc was another great arc. Like, that arc was beast, I'm not gonna lie. The arc was very good. Now, you had Naruto trying to revenge his sensei, Perfect Sage, or Jiraiya, trying to fight Pain, who killed him. Now, Pain came to Hidden Leaf Village to try to capture Naruto to get the QB out of him, but Naruto fought back in Sage Mode. Now, this is a great arc. I really enjoyed the fights in this arc. And some character development of Naruto talked to his father a little bit, and like he gained his new strength. His father telling him, "I believe in you," and he wanted defeating Pain. Now, some people complain because they say that oh, they didn't like how the arc ended. You know, with Naruto just storming into Nagato and little thing, and people say, oh, Conan could put up a fight against Naruto and all this other stuff, but I admit, okay, they could have ended it a better way, but overall, judging by the whole arc, it was still a good arc, you know. I mean, okay, it would have been pretty awesome if Naruto fought Conan and fought Nagato. Well, first of all, he couldn't fight Nagato because Naruto's in that little thing, that little metal piece thing. Unless Nagato did some moves with his Renegon. But he could have fight Conan, but also Nagato wanted to listen to Naruto to see what he had to say about his answer to peace. So I agree with some people say, like, oh, they could have ended the arc better. I agree with that. They could have had some more fights, like when Naruto was a Conan. But overall, it still was a great arc, and I really enjoyed the arc. It's one of the best arcs in Naruto Shippuden, I would say. And to this day, it's one of the best arcs. So now, let's move on to talking about the Five Kage Summon arc. Now, Five Kage Summon arc, which is another great arc. Okay, now we have Sasuke. We finally get to see Sasuke again in the arc, and he's with his team Hawk. And that's like Sasuke, he wants to go kill Danzo because what he did to his brother Itachi. Now, this was a great arc. Now, Some people, I don't heard really nobody anybody complain about this arc. It was a great arc, you know. It got Sasuke being a complete badass, storming in the Kage summit, the meeting, and trying to take on all the Hokages. He completed his goal. He killed Danzo, even though he didn't complete Tobi's goal, because Tobi wanted Sasuke to kidnap all the Hokage, not the Hokages, all the Kages, and give it to him so he could try to hold them as hostages. But hey, he still came what he did to do at the end of the day. He killed Danzo. That was his main focus in going there. Like I said, it was a great arc. You know, Sasuke got some character development from Sasuke. He got a reunion with his old team, Team 7. Always good to have a reunion with them guys. He kind of fought. He basically declared war on the rest of his friends and the rest of Kahona, telling them, I'm going to destroy the Leaf Village. Y'all can't stop me no matter what I do. So you could kill me now, you could know one of my victims. It was a great arc. I really enjoyed it. I know, and this was like another great arc where like it had the standards, like standards were set like up high, because you ended with a great arc called the Evasion of Pain. So you know, you gotta give an arc that could compete against that, you know, because the Evasion of Pain arc was like this, because man, like the other one had to raise up to that standards. So do I think the some Kage Summon arc was better than the Pain arc? I say it's about tied, because the Evasion of Pain arc was good. Let's say like the Evasion of Pain arc was like this, and like it was like this, kind of going there. It could be tied. So I say it was tied, you know. The Kage Summon arc was really good. Sasuke took on many people. He fought a lot of people. You know, he was going blind. Some people may say, oh, but he was trained to another dimension. Tobi had to come save him. Hey, but he still came and completed his goal at the end of the day, which was to kill Danzo. And his will for revenge got stronger. So even that, and like also, like he even betrayed his own teammates. Like before, in the when he went to go after Killer Bee, he was like still with his teammates, like he will fight for them, they work together. But in this arc, he was ruthless. Like he was like try to kill Kedding and left Getsu and the rest of his summons team back. You know, like he was just like, but then he was like aiming for himself. Like he only saw what he wanted to see his revenge. And it's a pretty good arc. I really love this arc. This is one of my favorite arcs. You know. So now let's get into this other discussion about another arc in Naruto Shippuden, and it was called the Itachi Pursuit arc. Now this, like I keep saying, is another great arc, you know. But this what people get it wrong. Like hold on, like when I say the Itachi Pursuit arc, what do you first think about? You probably, some of y'all may think about, okay, the Sasuke versus the Itachi fight. But that's the problem, is all of y'all judge it about that. But that was not the start of the Itachi Pursuit arc. The Itachi Pursuit arc is when Sasuke fought Orochimaru, killed Orochimaru, or so we thought. And that's when he started wandering around for Deidara and trying to look for Itachi. This is why I say this arc is not the best, but it's still good, because most of this chapter, he wandered, not this chapter, most of this arc, he wandered around trying to look for Itachi. He didn't really do nothing. Sasuke didn't really do nothing. So he killed Orochimaru, who I was pretty mad at, because Orochimaru was a great villain. He could have done more, but anyway, no more complaining about that. Well, never mind, because I was about to say something happened in the manga, but if you're not caught up with the manga, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But, yeah, he killed Orochimaru and all this other stuff for Deidara. And I didn't really care about Deidara dying. That was pretty good. But he could have done more. Like this arc had a lot of standards that I didn't think it is to see to, but it was still a good arc at the end of the day. You got to see a Sasuke and Itachi finally fight, and Sasuke kill Itachi, and like all this emotional stuff from Sasuke, and all this emotional stuff for Itachi dying, and Sasuke and the Mangekyo Sharingan, and also Sasuke realizing that he was going to destroy Kahona. Like he found out the truth what happened the night of the Uchiha massacre. So it is a pretty great arc. That's all the arcs I'm going to talk about in this video. So if you're wondering what is my favorite arc overall in the whole Naruto Shippuden so far, it has to be the Evasion of Pain arc. Like I said, it was a great arc. I love it. Some people say they didn't like the ending. Personally, I like the ending. I agree they could have improved a little, but I still like the ending. Naruto became the hero of Kahona in this arc. It was a very great arc, but I really enjoyed it. So that's all for this video. Comment, tell me you think is the best arc in Naruto Shippuden. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you like my my discussion. Subscribe if you want. That's all for today, guys. Bye.